Join me when I show you Cloud Foundry's newest CF push strategy, which is called Canary. It offers a safer way to roll out app changes progressively. Until now, the only strategy available was rolling, which enabled zero downtime deployments by replacing instances one at a time, but without the possibility to test your new version in between. With Canary, you can deploy to a single instance first, inspect its behavior, and then decide to proceed with the full rollout. For that, I prepared a small Go app. Let's have a look at that one. So the only thing the Go app does, it responds with an HTML page, which at the moment has a blue background and a headline saying powered by Canary. So we will go ahead and push this app. For example, manifest. Let's have a quick look at that. It just tells it the name and the number of instances. In our case, so now our app is finally pushed, and we can see we have two running instances down here. We have our route up here. So what we can do now is we can curl our app. See what it responds. So we curl it. It gives you just an HTML page with background blue. We can also check that in the browser. Went here, the app didn't exist, so refresh that. That's a blue page saying powered by Canary. Yeah, I'm not a web designer, as you might guess. So go back to the terminal. As you might know, the favorite color for us at Canary is not blue, it's orange. So we will adjust our app. We will make the background orange. And after that, we will push our app using strategy Canary. With that, a new process on the first instance gets started, having the new version. So we can have a look at that. And afterwards, we can tell it to continue with the rollout, and then it will roll out the new version to all instances. Here we are. Our Canary app is now started. You can see that we have one app with two instances running one part of the code, and we have one instance running another part of the code. So the process down below, that's the new code, and up here it's the instances running the old code. You can also see you can configure the max and flight as well as the Canary steps. And at the moment, the deployment is paused, which means you could leave it like that for a day or two and see if there are any issues. And then you can use the command cf continue deployment, then your app name, and you would continue with the rollout. You could also say cancel the deployment to roll back to your previous version. So now if we do our curl again, what happens? So we have background color blue, and now we get orange. That means the new version is in there somewhere, right? You don't get it all the time, but you get it at some point. We can see the same in the browser. So if we go there and refresh, we have orange, we have blue. See, it's like switching around. But what if we want to just contact our new version? That's also possible. You need to set a specific header for that. And for that, we need our process GUID as well as the correct index. So that means first, we need our app. That's the GUID of our app. Do that again. So we have our GUID. Now we need to run a cf curl on v3 apps, provided the GUID, and then get the process and check that with JQ. And in there we can see we have two processes. The first one has two instances, which is the old code, the old app version, and one having one instance. And now we take this GUID of the process because we need that. We'll just echo it here so we don't need to go up again. And now we do our curl from before, not this one, and set a header. The header is called xcf process instance. And what you need to give the header is the process GUID, which is this one, and the index. In this case, it's 0. And then you run your curl and you get every time your new app. You could do the same to get the old app. You go up here to the old one, which is the one with the two instances. You get the GUID. You go down here. You replace the process GUID in the header, and you get the blue one all the time. So let's check our app again. So now that we checked our new code, we want to proceed with the deployment. So we run cf continue deployment, and that will roll out our new code to all the app instances. And there we are already. We now go back to our curl without any header. You see, we only get orange. Back to our browser, refreshing, only orange. So that's not the only thing you can do with the Canary strategy. So we now saw the version where you only roll it out to the first instance, and after you checked it, you roll it out to all instances, right? So let's clean up a bit. What you can also do, you can configure weighted steps. That means if you have, for example, 10 instances, you can give a percentage of how many instances should get updated in a certain step. So that's what we will have a look at next. For that, we adjust the instances in the manifest. So we go up to, let's say, 3. Now we push that again. CF push manifest. We could have just scaled it, would have been faster. So then we adjust our background color to dark orange. Still orange, but a bit darker. So then we push our app manifest strategy Canary, and we give it the instance steps. So we have 3 instances, so we do something like 33%, 66%, and 100. Let's see what happens now. Back again. Our app is pushed, and similar to what we've seen before, now we have 3 instances as we scale to 3 instances, and we can see 1 instance running the new version. You can still look at the new version with setting the header, like everything we've seen before. We are just now interested in the steps. So that means you see here we have Canary steps 1 out of 3. We have 1 new version. So now we go to continue and see how this changes. Second step, you see we got rid of 1 of the old code instances completely, and we now have 2 instances running the new code. Do it again. So now we don't have 2 new instances anymore, but 3. And see that? That means every instance is now running the new code. But because we used in the instance steps, as you can see here, the 100, that gives you the possibility to cancel the deployment after all instances got replaced. That sounds good, right? But there's only one small issue, and I will show that to you now. If we now cancel the deployment, we will have a downtime as there is no old version. And it takes a bit till Cloud Foundry rolls out the old version to the apps again and brings your app back. So it's kind of cool that you can cancel the deployment after it's rolled out to all instances, but it is kind of bad that your app goes down in that case. So if you use the 100% and you think about canceling your deployment at that point, keep that in mind that you might have a downtime of your app in that case. So our app is back. Now let's check which version it is running. The old version would be an orange background. The new version would be a dark orange. So you can see the new version, the old version is applied, which is orange because we canceled our deployment. And that's everything I wanted to show you. Have fun with the new feature.